homeless in the city.
It's illegal to be homeless. Oh, you got trespassed from the park.
People get fined for everything out here.
I've gotten like 30 tickets in the past year and a half, $300 a pop.
They don't care if we live or we die.
If you can't pay, you can't pay.
I think they should buy bus tickets and ship them up to Salem.
I have people drive by and say, kill yourself.
They make you feel like a criminal for being homeless.
With $295 fines for anyone caught sleeping in public, and with repeat offenses punishable by 30-day park bans and up to 30 days in jail. In 2018, a group of homeless people sued the city of Grants Pass, claiming these laws criminalize them for being homeless and just trying to go to sleep. As this case has been escalated to the Supreme Court to try to answer if this camp ban is unconstitutional, what do the locals here think about all this?
What are your thoughts on the fines for the homeless people out here in Grants Pass?
They're great.
They're great?
I am so sick and tired of not being able to take my son to the freaking park anymore without finding needles and seeing people overdosing in the parks. So I would like to see all of that cleared up and gone.
Our kids can't go play at the parks anymore without finding drug paraphernalia, without being harassed by homeless people. There's so many mountains around here. There's so many other places that they could stay.
Can't offer somewhere so far in the woods that they can't get to the community resources that they need. Where exactly do you expect them to go?
Where do you think they should go?
That's exactly what I'm saying. There isn't a place for them to go.
What do you think the fines do?
It discourages them to be here.
Yeah.
I think there should be situations to house them, but there's what you'd call, I would say, professional homeless that don't want to be home, want to live in a home. They don't want to live by the rules of society, and that's fine if you want to do that, but not in my backyard.
Let's say I'm living in a tent and I got $1,000 worth of fines.
Well, you don't have the money, you don't have the money.
Okay. We in survival mode out here.
Yes, we are.
Frontier Oregon Trail, baby.
That's right.
Do you think they should be allowed to sleep?
To be honest with you, you know what I think?
Talk to me.
I think they should buy bus tickets and ship them up to Salem. Help wanted all over the place. Why don't they just go to work?
Do you think finding the homeless people in Grants Pass will help them become not homeless?
No, not at all. They ain't gonna be able to pay their fine.
A lot of these people are just low income. It's, $1,500 to rent a one-bedroom apartment. How do you expect someone who's making, like, say, $900 on Social Security to rent a one-bedroom apartment?
Do you think anyone can end up in a tent out here in Grants Pass?
I'm a month away from being homeless.
Do you think finding people in a tent is cruel and unusual?
Yeah, that's a slippery slope.
Show me.
Some kind of solution. I mean, pick a place where they're not in everybody's way.
Or find a localized park or a place like that we can have housing for them. Like, I've gone to Riverside Park and I caught some dude smoking out of a bong that was actually heroin.
Yo, listen, no. I'm sick of this shit. Listen. This is a message to fucking McDonald's executives, brother. If I order, some chicken nuggets, the sauce is 90% of the taste, okay? I care more about the sauce than the fucking nuggets themselves. If I order a fucking, what's it called again, chat? What's it called? Chat. The one that's like, sweet and sour. If I order sweet and sour,
that's a good choice.
Or honey, okay? I want
honey
a
mustard.
honey packet
Honey
and a sweet
mustard,
sour.
right?
Not too tangy. I don't want tangy. Holy shit, man! Every fucking time I order,
it's a viewer in the McDonald's for
if I get honey, they're gonna give me honey mustard.
Dude,
right?
it's a
So what I do,
employee.
I order one honey packet, which never happens, and I order one sweet and sour. And more than half the time, they say, fuck all of this, here's too tangy. I don't like tangy, man. It makes it, I'm that dude, I fucking hate McDonald's, man. Yo. Oh, guys, I worked at McDonald's. This guy orders sauces. Like, holy fuck. Rub your brains together and give me the correct sauce, man. Holy shit.
All right, I mean,
we
talked to a lot of people that live out here.
Like
the question is, what will go down at the Supreme Court? What is the precedent that will be set out here? But what do the homeless people getting these fines think about all this? With countless tents in plain sight right at the park entrance, are these people getting fined for sleeping out here? And what happens if they don't pay their fines? I met up with Brock, a vocal member of the community advocating for clean, safe, drug-free parks, and actually has a son suffering from drug addiction living on these streets. tents. Okay, so there are plenty of tents out here. Looks like we've reached the park where shit's going down. You were gonna show me some signs.
These are just the signs that we show during our rallies that we have on the streets.
They call you the park narc?
A park narc sometimes, effing asshole.
Okay, so Brock, you live here in Grants Pass?
Yes.
And you have a son somewhere out here in the parks?
Yes, my son is one of these campers in the park.
Okay.
Yeah. His name is Jack. Jack Spurgeon.
Okay, and how did Jack end up on the streets out here?
He fell into drugs at an early age, around 19. He's 37 now. He's rolled around. He spent 2 seasons in Portland. He just got back from spending 5 months in the Tenderloin, San Francisco. So he.
Sorry, I got into this broadcast for another message to McDonald's. Hi, I'm McDonald's. This is my McChicken, okay? Now watch this. This. This doesn't bend.
It's ice.
It's hard. Do you hear this? This is, look at that. Ah! I'm pressing as hard as I can. I'm pressing as hard as I can. Brother, this is a fucking puck. Brother. Did you see that? Did you see it? Holy shit, dude. Holy fuck.
Oh, hold on.
I can't do this anymore, chat. I guess I can't do this anymore.
He's been through it.
But he's not living with you?
No.
Why not?
The drugs.
Okay.
The vast majority of these people need rehab first.
Okay.
Okay, giving them a place to live, putting money in their pockets isn't going to fix anything until they fix the drug problem.
And have you offered your son, hey, would you like to get into rehab or get clean, and then you come back to dad?
Yeah, we were just talking about it yesterday. He's just not ready. Most of the people aren't. If you offer them rehab, most of them will turn it down. You know, I lay in bed every night wondering if I'm going to see my son again. I love him so much, you know. I do work him. I'm a tile contractor, so if he's able to work, I work him and put some money in his pocket. Of course, he spends it on drugs.
Sure.
It's a complex problem.
What do the people living out here think the solution is? So I'm curious if you've been fined for sleeping out in these parks.
Many times.
Have you been shuffled from one park to the next?
Yep, every week.
How did you end up out here?
I lost my job during COVID and been trying to play catch up ever since, which is kind of hard when you get $300 tickets every day, so.
How many summative ticket costs do you have right now?
I've gotten like 30 tickets in the past year and a half at $300 a pop. You do the math.
Is it kind of your belief that it's become a crime to be poor out here?
No. Look at us like we're street trash, and really we're human beings. Like some of the things they come up with to write tickets for, it seems like they're making it up right as they go, you know? Today I actually did get a ticket. Exclusion of the park, which means I'm kicked out of this park for 30 days.
What will happen if you don't leave?
Then I get arrested for trespassing.
And you end up in jail?
Mm-hmm.
Has that happened before?
Yep.
Do you use drugs out here?
No.
No? So Brock, that seems like a pretty situation, right? What are your thoughts on that? Because she's sober, she's not using. Do you think that's a solution to her circumstance?
No. I mean, it's not sustainable. I mean, where are they going to get money to pay these fines?
I agree. It doesn't make sense to me. And this game of musical chairs, as these people move their tent from one park to the next, as they collect tickets they'll never be able to pay off, is surprisingly quite common. Okay, let's see what we got.
The same one I got before.
Okay, that's pretty official looking.
I've been fined for illegal camping, I guess they call it.
Get fines if our tent's too big. Mine's apparently too big.
$100. That's $100.
Okay, $100
like that,
for Schedule 2 controlled substance. Just setting up a tent out here, you got a fee for how much?
Like $250.
Did you pay that fee?
No, I have not yet.
How many times have you been fined?
Probably got about 20, 25 tickets in the last 6 months, something like that.
$1,000 worth?
Oh, yeah, over that.
Arthoff had a month there where he kicked out of 8 parks in 7 days.
8 parks in 7 days.
Yep.
That means you're banned from one park, you gotta go to the next.
Yep.
How would you plan on paying that fee, if at all?
I have no idea.
Oh, this song is gonna get copyrighted.
Ask for some help or payment plans or something.
They copy strike me
right
on
now?
fucking Twitch. It never happens. But they did.
Not much.
You fucking bitch.
Most people use
The
it out
song
here,
is
kinda
like
mixed.
100 years
It's
old,
mixed.
but
Yeah.
fuck
Sure,
you,
you
bitch.
know
You
this,
copy
but
strike
fentanyl's
me
pretty
on
deadly,
fucking
right?
Twitch. I've been striked on
concern
YouTube
you?
before.
It does.
But on
Yeah, for
fucking
sure.
Twitch,
You're an
man.
Narcan?
Twitch,
I do.
Twitch, Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, it was
How the
concerning,
fuck do I
really,
get
really
copy strike?
concerning
I have like
for a while.
0 viewers,
I'm
man.
listening. I
How
don't
the
know
fuck do
why.
I get
I
copy
don't know
strike
if it's
on
torrents.
fucking Twitch?
Times have you died?
Bitch,
I guess
and for
eight-
a
eight-
100 years
Does
old
it scare you
song.
at all?
Yeah,
Peace.
that's what it was. Yeah.
What
it
are you
was
gonna call it?
but
Shelters out here you could go to sleep in?
Fuck
there's the
you,
mission,
bitch.
like,
Fuck
I don't,
you,
buy into that.
bitch.
Not a big
Not
fan.
buy into, but
Like the Christian stuff and that sort of thing, you're not?
I do believe in Jesus. Like I love the Lord. Like, but I just didn't like the way it felt. Like certain treatments towards me that I don't like. It doesn't relate with me.
I'm not religious. Going to a Christian
What
base
the fuck?
place is just not my forte.
Wait.
You like people.
So they had the opportunity to get back on their feet. It's not that there's lack of opportunity. They literally had the opportunity. There's places in the shelter that they could go to. Instead, they choose not to do it. And they choose to go in the tents, and they choose to do drugs, and they choose to get mad about it. Brother, if the government wasn't helping them, and they squeezed them, right? Like, you can't go anywhere, but we're not going to give you shelters. Like, yeah, now they're squeezed. That sucks, right? Like, LA has that. But this, bruh.
Grants
Bruh,
passed to know
bruh,
about your situation,
bruh.
everyone out here.
Some of these people have jobs. Some of these people aren't even on drugs. People accuse them of being drug addicts and,
It's
just
probably
homeless
better
bums.
to go
and
through a Christian place and not being a
some of them
Christian.
aren't.
Have you been
To be a
offered
fucking drug
treatment?
addict, no?
Do you even use anything?
You can just,
I do.
you can just,
What do
even
you
if
use?
you're not religious at all, you can just
Fentanyl.
fake it.
Have you overdosed at all?
You can
Yes,
kind
I
of get
have.
away with
Oh,
that
it's a
little bit.
cult. Oh, because it's laced with religion,
But you,
it's gotta be bad.
they're fucking
These
drug
guys are very
addicts. Of course they
prone
would
to being very
rather be
attentive
drug
to
addicts.
what they're
Now,
listening to, right? These are all like Harvard graduates that are known to listen into information. Like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about, brother? You get, like, most people give a fuck, brother. Like, you're insane.
How many
Oh,
times?
no.
Too many to
They're
count.
drug
Does that
addicts.
scare you?
You
Right,
would
they're
think it
addicted
would, but
to
it's
drugs.
more
They
of a
would,
peaceful
so they
thing.
would rather
When you
do
overdose?
drugs
Yeah.
than get
And I
help.
think it's just more of the
That
fact
makes sense, right?
Bet in Jesus or tent and crack. The choice is simple.
that people.
Anything else?
not
You're done, fuck. Shut up.
necessarily
Be quiet.
lazy. I just think they don't think there's
Mm-hmm.
any hope. There's no hope. Everybody's lost like motivation to do anything.
Did you start with fentanyl or did you kind of work your way up?
I started with heroin when I was 13. My dad shot me up with heroin when I was 13.
I guess
And I've been an
I'll
opiate
take
addict ever
10 and
since.
crack over working.
See, brother. Kind of a similar story to
I'll
your son,
take
it sounds
something
like.
like Jesus over working too, you
How does
know.
that make you feel?
You know, like I want to give him a hug.
Anything
Yeah.
Tell him to get
fucking
cleaned up.
working.
Yeah.
I'd be very
What we pulled off the ball field last week.
Whoa.
This is
really
what
bad.
you're going to find in the park. And they don't mean to all the time. I mean, when you get high, you don't realize what you're dropping, and they don't even realize the problems they're causing.
I'm always afraid he's going to pick up.
Doesn't excuse it,
Just
though.
a tad bit could make him overdose.
You were saying like, hey, I kind of agree these needles are
Yeah.
on the kids' field, but where do we put them right if they're locked up?
Well, there are disposable units in the bathrooms,
Okay.
but they lock the bathrooms up. Some of the homeless are trying, they're very, very childish and they do stupid things and retaliate.
You
What
can't
was sin?
drop
Like spiteful needle tosses?
dangerous
Is that what you mean?
chemicals
Yeah.
in the fucking
What?
trash.
It's carelessness.
You need to
There's
separate them,
probably
bitch.
15%
You dumb?
of the people out here that aren't responsible, but
You
they're
can't
just
drop
it's
your
looks like
drugs
all of us.
with the
Dude,
plastics,
dude,
man.
Dude, what's the difference between that and putting up wires and shit in the forest, whatever, like booby traps? There's none. This is like shows intent. What the?
It seemed like
Oh,
the
Intent
irresponsible
to
But
harm.
I get it.
Hello?
You drive them away and then
drug
you
needles and foil
put
in the
traps
park have caused the
in the
locals here to be
forest
fed
where they're
up
gonna
with the
flock to,
entire
and
homeless
then they get
population.
trapped
The question
over
is,
there,
how many
booby
of these people
trapped.
want to get out of this situation, and what's the biggest thing holding
That's
them back?
the
They
strategy.
don't want
Right?
us to.
And
be
you
here
blame
at
it
all.
on them.
They don't want to.
You don't blame it on you. You blame it
can't
on
get a job
them.
if you don't have an address.
It's always
You
their
can't
fault.
shower.
That's
If you don't have a job,
that's the strategy.
You can't make money. If you can't make money, you can't get
It
a
has
place.
to be.
If you don't have a place, you can't get a job. People get fined for everything out here. You have trash around your tent. You have
Would this be considered trash, like this Pepsi right here?
yeah,
If the cop was pissed off, let's
yeah,
say?
and I'm drinking it.
Okay.
Your tent's too big. I don't know why they come up with all these rules and regulations just to make it more difficult.
Okay.
I mean,
But is
and
it
honestly,
SunPower?
they spend more money on making it difficult for
Is he
people
charging his
than they
phone
would
on the
helping
sun?
people.
Clearly, a $300 fine
That's
is
not
not
cheap.
helping these people get
It
out
is,
of
or is
homelessness,
it just
but it might
there?
help push these people to move out
Where-
of Grants
where's
Pass
camping
and go be
in,
homeless in cities like Portland and San
what do they call
Francisco
it in
that are more
English? I
friendly
don't
and
know.
accepting tent towns and
Power
open-air
cell
drug
fields
use,
or
but
whatever.
confused why the homeless here continue to live in a city that clearly does not like them. Brock took me to another park down the street where a major tragedy took place that permanently changed the city's relationship with the homeless
this
population.
is-
All right,
It's way
Matt,
too
thank
small
you.
to
And
be
our top story tonight,
for a
Grants
farm,
Pass
power
residents
farm.
are demanding action from the city after a man was killed last night during a shooting at Riverside Park.
So this is the heart and soul of Grants Pass, this park.
This park right there.
This whole park.
This whole park.
Yes.
And there's a bit of a division, right? So behind us, we have the tent set up right here. And then over here, families, kids, chilling, no tents at all. And why did they decide to split it in half and say, all right, you can have this half?
It was because of the shooting.
The shooting.
Yeah, and enough people showed up at the city hall meeting to demand some sort of change.
Look,
but all they did was took the tents out. They didn't take the druggies out.
All right, I just want to emphasize when we come in here, there's no needles, no foil, but they took out the doors on every stall. So if you're going to take a dump out here, you're doing it raw. You got zero privacy. That's kind of funny. And this is new right here?
Fairly new. They put them up a while ago.
These is for the needles.
Yes. It's weird that you would have to have those at a park, huh?
It's unfortunate.
A children's park, right here.
So I guess the question is, do you think
That's pretty
finding
stimulating.
homeless people sleeping on public land is cruel and unusual? Because
Nice,
that's
right?
what it's been escalated to the Supreme Court. So
Money?
money, if we
We
catch
don't
you with a
have
tent,
any.
I've done
$300.
it before.
From
Raw.
where?
On the outside.
Fair question.
But basically, this park's
was it,
really clean.
I haven't noticed
I was
anything
in
on this side at all.
Australia,
Right?
in the middle of the
People see any of that on that
rainforest,
side?
and I had this shit
Maybe, because there's people
in the
living
toilet
there.
that was
Question for
outside.
y'all. We're trying to talk to
in the
people
open,
about
so-
that sign.
so I
It's
could-
basically,
I could hear the
finding
frogs.
People who are homeless out here camping.
I could see the spiders crawling in the wall. They're fucking huge. It's Australia, of course they're huge.
So it's
And
$250.
well,
So what
all
they
of
do
birds,
is
but
they
mainly
send
the
it,
frogs. They were
like, to
so
collections
fucking
or whatever,
loud
you know,
there,
and
man.
like, how do we make
We're loud
art?
as
I'm
shit.
out here just trying to feed myself.
My question is, if you're homeless, down on your luck, trying to get back on your feet, where else do you sleep?
Exactly, that's the problem.
Do you think this city is treating homeless people like trash?
Absolutely. I've never been treated so bad. They don't care if we live or we die. Because it's just another way to entrap us and enslave us in the debt system.
Every 3 days you gotta move. No stability to get employment or anything good out of this.
I have people drive by and say, kill yourself.
I'm only 17, so
Okay.
like from my point of view, I'm like, okay, adults are going through whatever they're going through, but then there's also like us kids that are living with our parents that are going through all these things, and we know that our parents are going through things, and like the police don't want to like get that.
Isn't
They
this
don't want to
illegal?
understand that adults do have like stresses. It's hard to live out here and pay for an apartment with 2 kids and God knows how many ever animals you have. At this
Did you-
point, it's if you don't want to stay
Did
in
you have
your
to have
box,
certain
then
amenities
I guess
for your
y'all
kids?
Need to like do
Like
something
for,
about it. Like make a
small
fucking big
children?
building for a fucking shelter for everybody. Like
Hello, I just spoke to your daughter.
I think it's bullshit. You
Talk
know,
to me.
It's like, well, you know, I can understand like people at like Morrison and like the parks that like the kids go to
Sure.
and Fruitdale, you know, it's out by the school. Like I can understand that. But like over here, it's like, what's the point? You're not doing nothing with this over here. You know, as long as everybody
Jeez, man. The fuck is that? Fox, bitch.
would keep their cleaned up and everything, like I don't think it should be a problem.
What the
You know, I'm a
fuck?
mom, single mom of 2 kids. Like, shit, dude, it sucks being out here, yeah, but it's like, fuck, man, like, what are you
I
supposed
know
to
what
do?
Fox is. I like
I'm not a
Fox.
druggie. And we ended up here because my ex lost his job and
What the
everything.
fuck?
And so we ran a business in Indiana.
How is he
and
wearing
Illinois.
that shit
Like,
outside?
I
That's
don't live like this. I
disgusting,
lived in
man.
4 or 5 bedroom houses most of my life. So
Look at Brandon.
you know, it's like to have my kids out here, they're spoiled, rotten turds, and people are like, well, you're not homeless. Well, no, because we don't dress that way and we don't carry ourselves that way. Just because you're homeless doesn't mean you have to carry yourself like a piece of shit.
$300, you could like rent a place to
look
camp, you know?
homeless.
But you know what? The homeless make themselves look bad because look at this. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, like needle caps and homeless people make themselves look bad.
It seemed like there was a cultural divide within the homeless camps of people genuinely trying to get out of this situation and reintegrate back into working society, and others content with using drugs and living free of responsibility on the streets.
Question for you. I see you're moving your stuff. Did they recently sweep your tent?
Why, they're gonna have like a fucking civil war.
My tent was 1 foot bigger than I was supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's my whole life here. I'm moving around constantly,
Yeah.
losing stuff, forgetting stuff, people getting stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying, and I'm actually out here working, so I have a job. And
Oh, you got trespassed from the park?
Yeah.
Do you think the city hates homeless people?
I still don't think they hate people, they just misunderstand me.
I'm gonna be real, this is fucked up. It's pretty brutal, dude. If you're constantly in this cycle, spending 10 hours a day, resetting the day, what time do you have to spend figuring it out?
It's really tough because, guys, I get it. This is like a very like first world take, okay? But in like very rural and like fucking like places like that, there isn't a lot of places that there's like fresh air and green and you can breathe and fucking walk around and shit like that. You're just stuck in like a fucking concrete block or whatever. And these are like really valuable, dude. And the fact that they're like kind of infect like that, it really sucks, dude.
Out. With Brock's strong push for clean, drug-free parks, hosting rallies every
I was at a
week to
question
gain
mark,
more local
brother.
support and to raise awareness for the cause, I was both saddened and surprised when we found
It's
this
infected.
in the park.
It's infected.
That's my son right there.
It's literally infected. Yes.
It's unplanned.
Yes.
Yeah, it's unplanned. I kind of had a figure he was here.
Hey, my name's Tyler. Good to meet you. No, you're good.
Guys, they literally said it, the homeless people, dude, they maliciously dispose their needles like poorly on purpose. They jump on the ground shit like that on purpose. Brother, how is that fun that the only place you can walk and fucking breathe and not see just concrete already, brother? You can actually just walk around and get stabbed by some fucking needle and have a long life disease because of some stupid fucking bitch dumb fuck. How is that fair? That's just so stupid.
Good. How you doing, man? Your dad
Well,
showed me
improve
around
it.
the
They showed it earlier.
You
showed a bunch of them and
you can walk
yeah,
and look down.
They do dispose of them maliciously.
If you walk, you're supposed to look down where you walk.
Nice parks. This
Otherwise
how long
you-
you been in this tent
Otherwise,
setup?
even without the
few
needle,
days,
you can
you get
trip
moved around
on
a
a
lot,
rock
so- Yeah.
and
We've talked
break
a lot
your
about you
ankle
today.
and then
Is
have
there
a
a world you move in
lifelong
with Pops one of these days?
ankle
Probably not.
mobility issue.
What's keeping you out here?
Mostly
you can always have
addictions
that. You
and
just need to look
disabilities.
down.
What are you using out
More.
here?
Look down
Everything.
more.
Yeah.
But I'd say fentanyl is probably the number one.
Pops, what are you thinking?
It tears me apart.
Yeah.
He knows if he wants to get clean, though, my door is open. If he puts in the work, it still hurts. You know, you come out here, and I don't want him here.
Yeah.
I want him safe and in a house.
Yeah.
You know, he's smart and capable, but drugs keep him down.
I hear you.
And he's just not ready to really try to get off drugs.
Your thoughts when you see Pops tear up a little bit over here?
No comment.
No comment. Does it hurt you to see him hurt as well a little bit? Or are you kind of just doing your own thing?
There's so much drama in my life. I try to just think of the positive stuff.
Fair. I feel you, man. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you, bro. I've heard a lot of good things about you. I hope you stay safe.
Well, if this hurts, but you'll call me later tonight or something. We'll work out. Get you to work tomorrow, and I'll put a little money in his pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you guys have a moment,
what the
all right?
fuck? Alright, that was kind of heartbreaking. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, bro. Did he say that he's gonna go to work to give him some money?
A little money in his pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys have a moment, all right?
All right, thanks.
All right. I know that was hard emotionally, I'm sure, but that interaction, I think, will hit
Yes.
home with a lot of people, right? That is your son. That could be your son.
Yeah. I'll tell you, when he disappeared in
When
the
I start
Tenderloin
laughing, I
for
forget
5
to
months, I
breathe.
thought I'd never see him again. And he's disappeared for
I really need to
so many
change my
times.
laugh.
He'll be gone for 4 or 5 months.
I might die
I
any
wish
day.
he would want to be better.
With Brock's son
I
Jack
think I'm
having
getting
a
a
house to move
brain
into when he's ready,
cancer
yet still refusing to
from
leave the
this.
streets due to his drug addictions,
That
it's
might-
clear the root cause
it
of his
might be
job.
the oxygen.
Here's a job idea. Here's a job idea.
It might be the oxygen
They
that I lose
have
from
a
laughing.
portion of the park
It might be the poison
extended
in
with
the
a
air
line,
outside.
and they
They're
all
poisoning
kept
me with the
tents.
cars.
But their job is that they
And
clean the
with
park
the
up and
leaf
they make it
blowers,
safe
they're
for the people that are
poisoning
gonna
me.
actually
I
use the
can
park.
smell it.
Boom, done.
On the streets
Easy.
is not always
Two
But it
birds,
also
one
might
stone.
be the
For some, the drug use becomes a
the
debilitating
streaming,
health
you know.
crisis and lifestyle.
I think I
shackling
might
them
have
to the
rotted my
streets.
brain
But
a
for the
little.
people out here who want to get out of the streets, unlike Jack right now, where can they even go? I headed to the Gospel Rescue Mission, one of the only homeless shelters in Grants Pass that's often criticized for having strict rules and for mandatory church attendance. While this is one of the only shelters in town largely funded by Christian donors, can anyone that's homeless come live here? And why is it so hated amongst homeless advocates and people currently living on the streets? I'm here with
Brian Botiller, Director of the Gospel Rescue Mission in Grants Pass. So for 41 years, we have been working to help people leave homelessness. Really, our program is really gunning for the guy that says, I want to leave homelessness behind, and with some effort, I can do it. And maybe for some of them, it takes 2, 3, or 4 times. You know, I have a gal that just graduated. She's graduating this week with a sustainable income and a home. Who was exactly?
There's the reason why they do this religion thing. Okay, is that some of these folks, they believe in nothing. Okay. And even though it might not be a perfect system, and even I'm not really a religion guy, I'm kind of like agnostic or whatever the fuck, it makes them like on a path where they believe in something, right? They kind of live for something, even though it's not like they're like encoded forever. It's not like, it's not nefarious.
Exactly like some
also, it is something that they found that works.
Other videos, you know,
when you have the choice,
issues of addiction and stuff like that, and
when you want to go into this kind of thing, it's because you don't want to be a drug addict anymore.
You know, stays here.
But you have a worldview forced upon you. That's the thing wrong with this. You kind of don't have a choice on what to think or believe when you're here, because you have to do this.
But they offer some nice
amenities,
including a gym, laundry machines,
when you're a fucking drug addict, I don't think you really. I think you need to think twice about your priorities. Whether you want to put your life first or your own worldview, right? I think when you're a drug addict,
guess what? It's all church
you might want to sacrifice your worldview because it's clearly not working. You're a fucking drug addict, man.
So no forced
baptism. Just go pray to Jesus and get a job.
It is about a half-hour to 40-minute Bible study in the morning, half-hour to 40-minute Bible study in the evening. They can still make their own decision. I have plenty of people who enter here agnostic and leave here agnostic.
Sure. And as I saw this guy down the hall, I wanted to hear his honest review of living here. So when did you come in here?
About 8 days ago.
Okay, this is fresh, right?
I enjoy it here. I enjoy all the guys here.
Brother, you don't have to say that just because I'm here, okay?
So cover your ears. Let me ask you. Yeah. So 8 days ago, you came in here. Where'd you come from?
The streets.
Okay.
It's not about forcing them to abide by this, kind of. It's more the fact that you can put a lot of obstacles out there, right? And it's all about the comparison, I think. Okay, it's a comparison of like the challenges of being on the street, of being kicked out, of getting the fines, all of that, and you put that against the other, which is like you have to abide by these rules, you have to abide by these things. Yeah, it's a bit harsh. It might be hard to fucking adjust to, but what's harder to adjust to? That or the out there cold world, and you're just fucking dying over time. But by comparison, it just offers a better option. If your brain's too glitched to understand that the comparison and that, oh dude, this actually might be a better trade-off. You're just bricked. You're not even trying it. How do you deserve to get out of something if you're not even trying it?
I was thrown out of my house.
It has to come from within.
I'm doing wonderful. I can't believe it. How good I'm doing.
True.
How nice the people are here.
The thing is,
I enjoy it.
Within, they're cooked. They're cooked. That's why they're homeless.
Since I've been here.
That's why they're drug addicts.
So you've been sober last 8 days, or
you gotta get them a
8 or 9 days.
So you've just been raw dogging the sobriety.
Yeah.
About it.
You're actively sort of, I don't know.
I get along with the staff. Yeah. I get along with the inmates here. Well, inmates, I'm sorry.
While this place might be a godsend, no pun intended, for those willing to comply with the rules and responsibilities it comes with, the most surprising aspect of this tour might just be these vacant beds.
So you can see everything with no bedding in here is vacant space.
So if we were to walk to the park right now, let's say you and I, say, hey, we got 20 vacant beds. If you guys are willing to follow the rules and regulations, you guys would take them in today? What is the likelihood any of them would take you up on that offer?
I would argue 99% chance that they're going to say no.
And what is the biggest reason they have for saying no? Because the bed's here, right? They don't have to be out in the wilderness.
The first thing they'll tell you is that there's rules. Okay, they've taught to think of those things as barriers. It's been repeated ad nauseum to them about how bad these things are.
If I come in and I fully do basically whatever you tell me to do, and I withstand the rules and regulations of the program, I will leave, get a job, end up in a house, back on my feet. So 33% of your people have succeeded in that capacity.
Not only that,
I know that's a good way to
in this room, They will have been sober for 30 days, which means that they can pass a UA for a job.
Oh, shoot. While there are empty beds available for people that are willing to partake in the programs and comply with the rules here, once these beds fill up, where else will the remaining homeless go? While being upset with the drug needles and foil left behind is completely understandable, the concept of fining someone for trying to survive in a tent outside seems downright evil. And if the town's goal is really to just keep these homeless people out of sight, it seems like fining them will only keep them poor, on the streets, and at the parks their kids play at.
Okay, also that's facts, but I feel like sometimes or most of the time that might have been a solution at the time for a problem that was ongoing, like, and it's just the practice is going on now, you know. My brother, if the parks were unlivable and it was a fucking disaster, like, okay, bro, who did this? Bro, who did that? Brother. Come on, bro. Guys, have some decency, chat. Just have some decency.
And he's changing it up with the songs. Nice. Good one.